Hi guys, I'm back up here with another message for the twin flames. Remember, all readings are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you can DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as drop a comment down below. Let me hear from you guys and start the discussion so we all can get on one accord. Last but not least, is going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So this side is you feminine, this side is your masculine. We will be using, I believe this is the Zen Tarot, to get the message of this reading. And for the foundation, we will be using the Matters of the Heart deck here. And we will be clarifying with the regular tarot, okay? Once again, this side is you feminine, this side is your masculine, okay? All right, let's go and get it popping, all right? What's going on with the twins in these moments in time? I haven't checked in on the twins for some time now. Probably about like a week or two. Like probably like about 2 weeks. 2, 3 weeks around there. Let's really check up on you guys, okay? This is that type of energy. What's going on with the twins in these moments in time? One thing that I do know is that I'm feeling here and what Spirit's kind of giving to me about the feminines right now. Well, it's kind of mutual, but more on the feminine side is a lot of the feminines are now surrendering, like really surrendering. This is that type of energy. It's like, hey God, if this union's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen. If it's not, it's cool. Whatever it is, I just want to be in good standings with you, right? This is that energy where it's not necessarily like any of you guys, the feminists lost any faith or anything. Like, no, it's like the ultimate step, like the ultimate faith move to really surrender your connection. And it's like a lot of us have surrendered, and it's like, man, this shit is not even really about the relationship in itself. It's about the development of you and your creator's relationship, and getting your twin closer to their creator, to their creator, right? This is that energy. As a feminine, you're really focused on more of the God body part of things, the purpose part of things. And I feel like for the past at least 3 to 6 months, we've been in this energy of distracted. But what I mean by distraction is I feel like it's not so noticeable as usual. It's a type of energy. It's not like, no, we're distracted by our twins or trying to hold on to our twins and this, that, and the third. That's not the type of distraction I'm talking about. This type of distraction has to do with not being able to analyze it or identify, let's say more like identify with the concept of your triggers in front of you. And a lot of these triggers don't even have to do with other people. It has to do with internally you, right? Really trying to find that, I don't want to say shooting in the dark, right? This is that type of energy here. It's like the lights were off for a while and you're trying to find this light switch. Because a lot of us have been just coasting. You know what I'm saying? When you get on your purpose and you do what you need to do, you good for most of the time. And until God wants you to experience life. And this is that energy here where God has us experiencing life to a point where we're like, where's this energy coming from? I've already worked on this before. And this, that, and the third, right? Bringing up all the shadow work that needs to be done. We've been dealing with a lot of shadow work. So has your twin, right? Most deaf. Your twin, your masculine, has been dealing with that as well, heavy. But this is that type of energy. This is the feminines also dealing with that. Excuse me, guys. And coming into awareness that finally just surrendering and letting God be, and allowing yourself to stop being in that energy of tired of being hurt or tired of just hurting yourself. It's more of a self thing. It's not anybody outside of you. You and your masculine can be good. You and whoever's in your soul tribe or whatever could be good. Your job could be good. Things of that nature could be good. This has to do with you and you versus you, right? It's not really you versus you. It's about you implementing self. But right now, you're trying to overcome some challenges, right? And all of this has to do with you. It has nothing to do with anybody else, right? This is that type of energy now as feminines where we are. We finally just surrendered trying to control, I'm hearing the narrative, trying to control things and trying to control your quote unquote healing process, right? This is that energy in these moments in time. We now let go because of the clarity in the awareness of, oh snap, within that space when we were just shooting in the dark, trying to find the light switch when it was dark in here, right? This is that type of energy. You finally found it and you understand where that root cause is from. Now you're constantly working on that root cause. And a lot of that has to do with allowing yourself to feel and experience certain things in this space of isolation, right? You're viewing things, right? Yeah, that's you. What's going on with the masculine right there? You're viewing things in a way where it's like you're no longer viewing yourself as, this is going to be the overall energy mutually between you both. You're not in an energy of viewing oneself in a space of battling oneself. It's more now trying to implement that allies, trying to become allies, right, with oneself, trying to become friends with oneself. And the way that you're doing this is allowing yourself to feel some of these certain emotions, experience some of these triggers, experience and really learn how to unpack and accept some of these traumas that we've been working on. And a lot of this, I'm telling you, this energy literally has to do with you, okay? They're getting it popping already, right? Anyways, this energy doesn't even have to do with anybody outside of you, right? It has everything to do with you. And this can be like a quote unquote silent war happening, right? This is that type of energy where you know that your relationship is not right with your, this is an example, your relationship is not right with your father and things like that, or father or mother, family member, somebody that's significant, that's played a role in your development. Now, it's that type of energy here. You're now feeling the urge of needing to rekindle that relationship or rekindle certain things, or let's say vice versa. You're a mother or a father, and you and your kids ain't clicking. Right? This is that type of energy, right? What I mean by that. Yes, it has a semi-feel, I guess. It has to do with people outside of you, but the root cause of it has to do with you and your soul ascension, right? So that being said, God is having you tighten up unfinished things, unfinished business, right? Loose ends. That's more like it. So that being said, it's an energy where these loose ends, right, are now having to be dealt with, right? It's not necessarily about the person. It's more about the loose end, right? You know that you got that loose end over there. You're gonna have to tighten that up, right? As God is really walking with the twins right now, really more speaking on the feminines, right? Because y'all are getting it popping. Because right now it's right. A lot of even for the concept of how these cards are, right? It's like your card is very exposed. If you guys can see, I'm gonna show you guys. See, or can you guys see? Ooh, sorry guys, sorry. Right here. You see them right there? There's the masculine, there's the feminine, right? It's that type of energy where your masculine, you may not even feel your masculine right now. You may not even be in an energy where you can even detect where your masculine is at on their purpose or not on their path so far, right? This really has to do with you. It's like God kind of, quotation marks, right? Cut the cord, right? Cut the cord, right? This is that type of energy where now you're in an energy of having to deal with yourself and cleaning up those things. And some of these lessons and some of these trigger moments and these moments in time are very crucial, because a lot of you guys are getting ready to get into union. So this is that type of energy where these challenges are starting to get more challenging and heavy, right? Because how close you are getting. You have to understand, with the manifestation, shit gets all bad before it gets good, right? This is that type of energy where a lot of you guys are having the urge to have to really deal with those loose ends. Those loose ends, right? This is that type of energy. I'm also hearing for somebody, this is specific for somebody. I'm hearing that go visit that gravesite. I'm hearing go visit that gravesite. And what's hooked to that is I'm hearing the person that molested you, right? Go visit that gravesite and really visit that and forgive. God wants you to really speak your truth. You know, that's for somebody, okay? That's why I'm saying this is real. It's some real energy here, right? It's not really lovey-dovey right now, okay? So to whoever that's for, go visit that gravesite. Go visit that gravesite and speak your truth, right? I'm hearing there's been a fear to go that way, and God's been telling you, go handle that. This is that type of energy that's a part of your loose ends, right? Everybody's things is different. Everybody's thing is different, but right now, for the feminines, right now, this fucking energy's real. This shit real. And it's because you're this close to union. So you're going to have to clean up tie up these loose ends. Because right now, it can feel real unbearable to bear a lot of this weight. A lot of us is being like squads. I'm seeing it like squads. Like, I know this is a gross example to say, but like a fucking pimple. When you squeeze a pimple and before it like busts or whatever. I'm sorry, it's a gross example, but that's what's coming to me. And that's what the source is giving me is there's that tightness there. Right? This is that energy. A lot of us can feel like we're getting squads, like a pimple in a sense, right? This is that type of energy. It's here to make sure that you're fully ready and fully equipped for your union, because once you get into your union, it's going to amplify. It's going to amplify, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. So right now, a lot of us are really wrapping up these loose ends, cleaning things out, restoring certain relationships, restoring certain things, coming into this space of peace now, right? And in those moments, it's and I'm seeing and I'm hearing, like, for some of y'all, it's a father figure that may not even be in the States, right? And it's a type of energy where God is telling you to go wherever your father figure or whatever they're staying at, and go mend that relationship. A lot of y'all are going to be traveling, right, to go mend these relationships. A lot of meetups, a lot of meetings, I'm hearing coffee dates, a lot of sitting down, dinners, things of that nature to really speak. And these are in spaces of, I'm also hearing here as well here, some of y'all are sitting down and having some serious conversations, right? I'm seeing someone that's pregnant, right? I'm seeing a pregnancy. and hearing a pregnancy that I ain't here to scare nobody, so this is a direct personal message to whoever this is to. It's a pregnancy that was unexpected, and it's out of your union here. You're going to have to sit down and really, hey, this is what it is, right? Whoever you was dealt with here on the side here, right? It's gonna have to be dealt here and dealt here, right? With your masculine, right? So I feel like there's an energy of these loose ends. Damn, I'm telling you, these are real. Y'all, I'm on this water fast, so it's giving it all to me. I'm also seeing here where there has probably been a child involved. These are some real things. Okay. Whoever you could possibly be dealing with, this could be with the masculine or with the karmic or anything like that, or with the soulmate or a good person or whatever. You gonna have to let some people know about, I'm hearing here that a child isn't theirs. That a child isn't theirs. Right? Like, I'm telling you, it's real for the feminines. It's real. You know what I'm saying? There's real shit happening. So there's going to be a lot of sit downs where cards is being laid out on the table. And honesty is being laid out on the table. And this is some things that the feminines has been fearing, okay? All right, let's keep moving forward. That was a lot before even starting this fucking message, y'all. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Okay, we got everybody's energies out. Let's get this mutual energy between you both. This mutual energy between you both is fighting. So in these moments in time here, we're in this energy of no longer being in this energy now. Now we're facing the reality and facing certain things that God wants us to face, because God has revealed to us that if you do not face this is mutually between you both, you can't move forward on your journey. It's that hindrance from you moving forward. I believe I put a message up yesterday, a daily, not this morning, but yesterday, a daily motivation about what am I finally ready to face today. This is that energy. Go watch that message. It's a very powerful message. And then come back here and get these jewels. Because you got to understand, man, all of these, I haven't said this shit in a while, but I'm bringing it back. To get a hold of God, right? You can get them through, and if you're not even aware how to get into union, how do you get into union? You get into union by getting to know God. And if you're asking, how do you get to know God, right? There's these twin flame readings, there's these collective messages, there's these daily messages out here. Everything on this channel or on this platform can get you closer. It's bare minimum, right? Everything's bare minimum. Right? So that being said, it's the minimum start towards getting to where you gotta go. So that being said, you're going to have to actually do the wands. You're actually going to have to do the work. You're actually going to have to connect with God on your own. I can't tell you who God is, but I can show you the way to it. Right? And this is the type of energy here in these moments in time here where a lot of y'all are truly getting the understanding mutually between you both who the fuck God is. And you're seeing God not, it's funny. It's you both are seeing God from a perspective of light and dark, harmony and destructive. Right? And when I say destructive, and associating God with that, is God can use a fucked up situation and create a blessing out of it. That's what I'm meaning by that. So this is that type of energy. You're now getting a full understanding who God is from a space, right? From a place, right? Where you can see that God will utilize anything to get a hold of you, to get your attention. Right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. God don't give a fuck how God gonna get your attention. He don't give a fuck how it go, as long as he gets your attention, good, bad, and ugly. Right? This is that energy. You're really starting to see God. I'm hearing wrath of God, but it's not even the necessarily like the wrath of God, like God is very bad or a scary individual to be scared of or anything of that nature. It's just, no, God is revealing to you the true layers of itself, right? Because you got to peel layers of God back, man. There's layers to God. You can't just, God ain't just gonna show up as boom, here's all of me, because you may not be able to fathom what God may be showing you, right? This is that type of energy God can transform in any situation, any scenario, any form that it wants, right? So that being said, to show you that you have the ability to push out of, right? It's that type of energy. I don't know if you guys ever seen those videos where it's like speed time, where they might show you how a plant grows from the seed under the ground to when it blossoms and things of that nature, right? And it's like speed time, right? I have a feeling y'all know what I'm talking about, but it's one of those type of videos. This is that type of energy, right? From when you was underground in darkness, right? Now blossoming out. First you start out as a seed, and then you start to grow those roots, get rooted, right? This is that type of energy. Now you are expanding higher, right? Out of the world, right? This is that type of energy, but it took being in the darkness, being in the ground, right? So you can get rooted in your truth to be able to expand like that, right? This is that energy where good, bad, and ugly, God is revealing you to you, which we can see that here. God is revealing you to you. And even with the sorrow card, you're finding the company or finding comfort, let's say more like that, finding comfort in just being, despite that you're in a situation that may be fucked up or a serious situation where it's going to require a lot of energy and strength right now. This is an energy you're finding comfort in, just accepting being in the now. This is that energy. There's a comfort within that. This is that type of energy. Yeah, it might sting a little bit. It's more coming from a space of bittersweetness mutually between you both, right? Because both of y'all are experiencing some things right now. Where that cord that y'all have between one another, right? It feels disconnected. What I mean by that is, you may not be so into your master right now, and your master may not be into you right now, because it's a space that life is happening where the both of y'all is like, okay, we're going to have to come back to the union, come back to the scenario. We're going to have to come back to this demonstration. I have shit in front of me that I have to look at and I have to experience, that I have to accept. And this is mutually between you both, where once y'all get y'all shit together, this is what brings y'all's union together. Y'all mutually between y'all is y'all gonna have to be making some tough decisions. I'm hearing this week. Some tough decisions. Having some tough conversations. Experiencing some tough emotions. Because you're getting ready for your union. And you know how it goes. Once you that close, the opposition gonna put all its might to stop that shit. To keep you from not blossoming out. Right? Right. Let's keep moving forward. Beautiful message. Beautiful. All right, feminines, we got the thunderbolt for you. Yeah, once again, talking about those tough decisions, feeling squudged right now. This is that energy right now where it may look chaotic, but look at this picture. Yes, you're internally conflicted, but look at the background. This individual is able to sit still within this space, even though this may be a tower right now, even though this may be a trigger right now, being able to be still, being able to enjoy this individual's Job moment. This is like the book of Job, right? I'm currently reading that. I was reading Luke, but God told me, okay, put that on pause. I'm gonna need you to get into Job, because Job is where we're at right now. We're experiencing setback after setback after setback after setback, and just to see where our faith is our faith really, do we have faith that's the size of a lion? Do we have courage? Do we have power? Do we have dominion over this situation? Do we walk in this situation with authority? Do we have faith that trusting in this walk and knowing that God has no choice? Not God, please will you bless me with my union? Like, fuck that. No, God has no choice to give you what you desire, because you've that's the only space that you made for, is what you desire. So God has no choice but to give it to you. And in these moments in time here, God is going to put you through a series of trials and tribulations to make sure that choice still stands firmly, right? Because once you make that space for whatever you desire, God has no choice but to deliver that to you. God can't renege that. God has no choice. It's mandatory. It's law now. Right? This is that type of energy here. Beautiful. So hang in there. I know it's tough. But a lot of us came into the space of the knowing now. We're no longer swinging in the dark now. We're aware now. Yeah, we might still be going through the fire, but the difference is we got clarity now. We see now. Now we see, we understand now. Get busy. Get busy. Right? This is that energy right now. Beautiful. Let's keep moving forward. What's going on with your masculine? The outsider. Once again, y'all both dealing with shit, right? But the difference is this masculine is having to deal with the same thing as you. You could be having those relationships, father figures, things of that nature. But right now, the masculine is having to accept that the masculine's different. Because y'all know the masculines fiend and wish that they could just be so fucking normal, right? This is that energy. Be so fucking ordinary, like these karmics out here, right? This is that energy where your masculine is finally accepting the differences, that he is not the same or she is not the same as the world. This is that energy. Your masculine's learning how to accept this space of being, they could have been black sheeps in their family, right? They're accepting that position. They're accepting that space because they know that God got a calling on their life. And even though both of y'all could be going through those ups and downs, those ebb and flows of life, y'all know that God got a calling on your life. You know that God is doing certain things in your life that is helping you become a better version of yourself, so you can be a purpose and show other people through your testimony how to get out of their situation, right? This is that energy here in these moments in time, that your masculine is changing. He is evolving and shifting right now as you are going through a lot of these birthing pains, I want to call them. This is that energy here where you may be feeling this shit heavy, right? But as we move forward here, got all the cards out. Right now, feminines, it's about you looking forward to what's going on in your life right now. It's not so much about your masculine right now, because shit's real on your side, just like the masculine, right? The masculine's now deciding to, or not really deciding, coming into awareness of, to even get into the kingdom, right? To get into the kingdom. How do you get into the kingdom? You have to be childlike. You have to be childlike. How do you get into the kingdom of heaven, right? Heaven on earth. You got to be childlike, right? This is that energy of what's happening in these moments in time here. The masculines now getting connected with the inner child, doing inner child work, really dealing with some things, especially if, let's say, your masculine has trust issues, right? Masculine's dealing with that, accepting that, being put in situations where the masculine has to trust, right? This is that energy. The masculine's learning patience. The masculine's learning gentleness. The masculine's learning a lot of these traits that the feminine has, right? And a lot of these feminines, right? A lot of us are learning the traits of the masculine, how real the world is, how serious the world is, how shit is not always, it doesn't glitter, what glitters ain't gold, right? Not everything that is sugar coated is good for you, right? This is that energy here. What Kendrick Lamar say? He said, I died from diabetes if these other niggas wrote it. Facts. I died from diabetes if these other niggas wrote it. That's the facts. That's facts. One more time. I die if these other niggas, I died from diabetes if these other niggas wrote it. Right? That's truth. You're starting to see the reality. Ain't shit sweet in the world. It's real. Right? Your journey is real as fuck. Right? There's nothing dreamy about this shit. Right? You go through so many deaths metaphorically. Right? You die so many times metaphorically on this fucking journey. And the birthing pains of this shit is sometimes unbearable. To the point of physically going into labor, giving birth. Right? This is that type of energy. It's real as fuck. And the both of you guys are understanding it from different sides of the coin here. That's beautiful to see, okay? Let's keep moving forward. We got everybody's energy out. Okay, so the mutual energy between you both is flow. Yeah, even though shit may be popping off right now, shit may hit the fan right now, shit is going, y'all going through shit, right? You know that God is leading your life. So you're not in this energy of tripping over nothing. This is that type of energy. You're just flowing. You were just going, both of y'all, mutually. Your masculines learning how to trust and building a faith as you are learning how to accept where you're at, accept circumstances and how cards have laid or how dice have laid, right? This is that type of energy here where the both of you guys are now surrendering this journey because you know that I have so much work to do. I have so much work to do. Yeah. I have so much work to do. Why am I focusing on a union, right? When I know I am not fully prepared for my union. And God has y'all really tightening up loose ends, okay? And that's the main focus. That's the main energy. Y'all right now in this energy of listening to God, paying attention to God. Both individuals right now are in a space of what? Looking up. Eyes are up. Eyes ain't in the world. Eyes ain't looking north, south, east, and west. You looking up. You looking up, right? This is that type of energy here in these moments in time, okay? All right, let's keep moving forward. What's going on with the feminines? Yeah, we got new vitality. Vitality, one of the two. Yeah, because your promise is on its way. But you're going to have to go through this, I'm hearing this space of drought. You still have to continue to plow at your land, even though you're going through this space of drought, even though you may be in a solo position right now. This is that energy at these moments in time. As a feminine, you have to continue to walk and trust in God and spearhead this journey as you are. And yes, it might be a little heavier, but this is what's getting you into union. Beautiful, okay? Let's keep moving forward. What's going on with the masculine? We got reach out. Straight ascension. It's complete ascension. The masculines learning how to trust in God. Really working on their relationship. Because a lot of these masculines, you got to understand, their spirituality is more dormant. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is more dormant. And a lot of them are in this position of actually starting and learning how to build that relationship with God and accept that relationship with God in these moments of time here. And it's so funny what's coming into my third eye. And some of these masculines could be like really in the word right now. And it's crazy where a lot of them could be practicing some of these moves where you know those spiritual people, those religious people that it's cute when I say it. That holier than thou shalt shit, you know, that holier than thou shit. What I mean by that is, man should not have sex before marriage, or masturbation is bad, or things of that nature, or what's some other things? Thou shalt not, like, you know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is, none of that's bad of what I'm saying here. I don't want you to think I'm making fun of it or anything like that. There's none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's just having respect for yourself. But the masculine is taking the word and really walking by it. You know what I'm saying? And you know how that shit works. It's like that's your foundation, right? You build upon your foundation. And it's like your masculine's in the space of now learning that foundation in the foundation space, right? And it's beautiful. Those are just examples, and it's beautiful. Like this masculine's really like speaking the gospel, right? And a lot of you guys could be in an energy like, yeah, that's good, masculine. Let me show you this as well. Let's add on to that. Let's break that down. Let's get into it deeper, right? But the masculine right now is really on the surface of the word, or the surface of whatever they're learning right now. And the more that they walk down their path, that's when it's going to start getting deeper. I guess more to say it like that. Because if you want to break down, a man shall not have sex till marriage. If you want to really break that down, that's really saying you need to have respect. And respect for yourself. So that being said, the individual that you have sex during marriage, right? That's a union, right? And we're talking about a spiritual union here. This is a direct reflection of you. If you really break that down, right? This is not someone that is not a reflection of you. When you're in a union with your reflection, right? Right. So that's what I mean by that. Where the masculine's literally taking things from face value, I guess to say. Like that, right? Verse, and let's break that scripture down. Let's break it down to its smallest capacity of really what it's saying, right? Right. And that's the energy that I'm seeing here for your masculine. It's beautiful. Regardless of how it's coming out or what's coming out, it's what's helping your masculine, right? Like, I'm like, I'm gonna keep biting the side of my cheeks here. Anyways, however it's coming out for your masculine, right? It is, he's getting the guy. Regardless of how it looks, your masculine's asking questions now, right? Beautiful. All right, let's keep moving forward, okay? Back to you feminines. We got the foundation here. Okay, so what we're working with, I can't make this shit up. We got sadness and isolation. We got blossom. We got daydreams and decisions. And we got heal. Right. So with this combination of cards, right? It goes back to that ideology that I talked about the pimple, right? It's like you're being squeezed to the point of damn near popping, right? Because of this ascension process. It's like you're being sprouted out, right? Or let's think about labor, right? Pushing, right? You know, those contractions get worse and worse when you're ready to pop out a baby, right? This is that type of energy right now where you may be going through the aches and pains, the moans and groans of life right now, but it's getting you prepared for something bigger that hence union, right? Bigger, because the shit's going to enhance. It's beautiful. So right now, what God has you doing right now is cleaning up loose ends right now. And these loose ends ain't shit that ain't here to play with. You know what I'm saying? It's the real. You know what I'm saying? It's the real, right? This is that type of energy, the shit that you, the things that when it comes to your healing process, because you've been healing, you've been doing what you need to do, you've been shifting, you've been growing, you've been expanding, you've been doing all of this energy here. But this is where those big rooted wounds, right? Dealing with the rooted wounds, right? Then ones that kind of scarred you, or quote unquote scarred you, or made you who you are right now. That's that shit that is being faced right now. To go on and fully stitch those up. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep moving forward. What's going on with the masculine? We got take the lead. We got feeling alone. Okay. And we got control. And we got choose your battles. All right, so what I'm seeing here in these moments in time for your masculine here is that your masculine's in this position of now taking control of their life. They're no longer living their life on autopilot. And this is that type of energy. They're now accepting, if I got to walk this path alone, I'm going to have to walk that path alone. Hence, because it's coming from over here, right? You sending that signal over, even though y'all can't feel each other right now. But that signal is being given over. It's like you working with God. God's sending it to your masculine, because you know the Holy Trinity is you, God, masculine, just like that. The triangle, the Holy Trinity, right? You, God, and your masculine, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time where this is so spiritual. It's so spiritual. It's a type of energy where your masculine it's like game 4 in the finals. It's game 4, right? In the fucking finals, right? Everybody has to make sure they shit on point. Everybody's aware of what's happening. Everybody's aware of the stakes, that the stakes are high right now. Right? Right. It's beautiful to see. This masculine is, as much as work you putting in, this masculine is putting it in as well. Let's keep moving forward, okay? Now we're going to start clarifying, okay? All right. Let's keep moving forward. What's going on with the feminines? Yeah, I can't make that shit up. Up. We got the strength card. Focusing on up. What's up? God's up. And what's up there is your motherfucking truth. Your motherfucking truth that is putting you in a space to lead your journey the way you need to. You are now spearheading this journey the way you need to. So continue to move forward. Even though we have to experience some of these hard lessons right now, or closing out these hard cycles that we didn't think for some reason. No, it's not even some reason we didn't think. It's like we knew we was going to get here. You knew, we knew, God let us know, you're going to get there, right? You're going to have to experience that, right? Now it's that time, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time. Those things that was in the dark are now coming into the light, right? Having to deal with that. And some of these releases, some of this forgiveness, some of this stuff that is being done, ain't nobody going to know about it but you and God. What? For why? To prepare you for your union. I can't make this shit up. Because your masculine's on their way home. Let me get your masculine caught up. Your masculine's on their way home. They're getting out of this mental prison in these moments in time here. Because they're ready to build. Right? This is the opposite. This is a full manifestation that is on its way right now. This is that energy. You're going to have to stay alive long enough. And even more. Because your masculine's getting out of the world here to continue moving forward, right? Tell you need to stay alive long enough to help's on the way, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. Yeah, we dealing with towers right now, but this is that type of energy. It's getting you one step closer to your union. As your masculine is viewing the purpose and understanding the purpose, right? That this union, this connection was purposeful. This wasn't just given to your masculine just because, right? This is that type of energy. God all in this shit, right? Where your master's understanding that God is all in this shit, where he's connected with his truth, connected with his high priestess, connected with source. Look, everybody is looking up. What's up? God is up. And a lot of clarity is being given to the feminines. And the masculines are now getting rooted with the King of Pentacles in their truth. They're in this energy right now of remaining focused, cutting shit out that should be cut out, staying 10 toes down on their direction, where God has them going, where God wants them going in these moments in time. There ain't no more swaying. There ain't no more, should I go home or should I stay? This is that energy. Remember, we put that reading up, I believe it was the last twin flame, about how before the prodigals came home, you have to picture that moment before they even decide to put their feet to the soil and actually start making that journey home, right? You got to think about the thought process of, and the anxiety and the indecisiveness of, should I go home or should I stay where I'm at? Right? This is that energy where the masculine has now overcame that period and now putting their physical feet on the soil to make the journey back home. They've already made that decision. They made a permanent decision to come home. Now their feet is physically on the journey to make that walk home. Because a lot of them, I'm telling you, a lot of them are really on a face right now. That's what I'm telling you, that the masculine could be reading the word or the Quran, whatever the masculine believes in, whatever your spirituality is, because you know that this all is, God is the same, just with different faces, right? To me, right? This is like the mass. I see this Five of Cups. I don't even see this Five of Cups as a bad thing, because we usually look at the Five of Cups as lacking something. I'm really focused on this man on his knees here. This is a masculine that is pleading to God, like, where do I need to go? All right, God, I surrender to you. I surrender to you. I've never seen this card like that. And in the midst of that, look at these 3 cups in front of him. His third dimension has collapsed. Now it's time with the 2 of Cups, because we know the 2 of Cups have to do with a relationship, right? It don't even have to do with you and your masculine. This has to do with, all right, it's time to build that new relationship with me. I'm ready for my son to come home. I'm ready for my daughter to come home. This is that energy. Ooh, that is so powerful. That is so powerful. That is so powerful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Let's keep moving forward. What's going on with the feminines? Yeah. Because as of right now, you rooted within your truth. A lot of the feminines are really holding that emotional intelligence right now. Got the emotions on low. Because right now, we here listening to God right now. We need to know where God is. We need to stay focused on God, because right now we can't be in our feelings right now, where God got us moving forward. God got us dealing with shit. God got us having to really wrap some things up, because God told you was going to be in union. And it's about that time in union. It's union time. It's about union time. Right? Because you've been getting swayed for this past year, right? A lot of us has been getting swayed for this past year about we not getting our promise. And now we're back fueled and energized to keep moving forward. As your masculine is really completing his, I'm hearing manhood, right? Moving through these stages and phases in his manhood. You are really holding that torch. It's like a lighthouse here. Shining that light. Shining that light. That's what's bringing the masculine home. That's what's bringing the masculine home back to their creator, back to union. Beautiful. What's going on with the feminines? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. 5 of Wands, what I'm seeing here is a lot of things that's being dealt with. These are like people, places, and things. Like I said with those examples beforehand. Learning how to forgive, working on forgiveness, where a lot of us is really having to deal with some rooted things that made us into the individuals that we are. Where these people may be people that hurt you. Like I'm talking about hurt you, right? Scarred you in any way, shape, or form. Where to a point where you can look up at God like, God can't be be real because why God put me through this, right? This type of energy. These could be dysfunctional people that's hurt you, that's burnt you, right? This is that energy here where it's putting you in a space of having to address that and close that door. And this may be between you and God. It really don't got to do with this person. A lot of this has to do with you and God. So this can be a silent let go. Because you can forgive somebody and not be in their face. Right? Hence, for whoever that is, go visit that grave site and do what you got to do. You know, this is that type of energy in these moments in time because it's time to come home for the both of y'all. Right? All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all readings are not for all. They're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest, as well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you can DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? As well as drop a comment down below. Let me hear from you guys and start the discussion so we all can get on one accord. Last but not least, just going to share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So last thought to end this reading. How do I get into union, Jay? You get into union by getting close to God. How do I get close to God? Going through yourself. And if you don't know how to go through yourself, there's many videos on this platform that can show you how to go through yourself. Get to yourself and lead you back to yourself. Help guide you to yourself, right? This is that type of energy because this all goes to yourself, right? And not only me, there's other beautiful readers like me that do that, or other individuals that are influential as well that can do that, or just whatever, right? There's too much knowledge out here that you can get your hands upon for you to be out here just clueless. Okay? All right. Stay up and have a good night. Bye.